guys, welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege project. We are creating Sledge. ClayClaim. Hey my friends, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video we will not only create Sledge, I will personally make some experiments with a real sledgehammer. There is a construction site right next to our studio and I tried to find the right posture for our operator we are creating from Rainbow Six Siege. But I will tell you later more about that experiment with the sledgehammer. Let's focus on the aluminum wire on the skeleton first. You know, this is the way I start most of my creations, most of my characters, and it is a proper way. But this time I did something different. I decided to attach the whole creation onto a wooden plate, and this turned out pretty well, but we will get there. First we have to coat the skeleton with this dark rich blue. You can get this color in our online store ClayClaim.com, and we are finally able to ship to the United States again, to each and every state. We found a really great way by using USPS. And well, hopefully this will be as quickly as possible that you can get your hands on the clay. And that's not all. We finally got another batch of the clay shaper. This is back in stock. The starter set, the tool set and the advanced set are all back in stock. ClayClaim.com, the manufacturer of the clay shaper, unfortunately stopped producing these, so I'm really happy that we have some of these left. And now for our creation, I made some experiments. There is a construction site right next to our studio, and I was lucky enough to practice with a real sledgehammer to see what it is like to be Sledge. And as you can see, I'm not that good in cracking this wall open. This is exhausting, but I learned my lesson. I learned how the posture should be in order to swing that sledgehammer. And this was worth it. Later, well, we ran around in this construction site and we found a wall which we nearly destroyed. I will show you some impressions of that at the end of this video, because we want to focus on Sledge right now and creating him with polymer clay. My huge goal was to create the fabric as realistic as possible, especially all the pockets on the trousers, for example. I created many wrinkles and dents, and I tried to imagine how the fabric would move in this posture when you put one knee, one leg in front of the other. This makes something with the fabric, and you can practice this as well at home to get a feeling how to create your character with clay. And for these stripes I used this well-known green stripe to get some really nice imprints in the clay. And now we can work our way up using very thin layers of clay and to create all these stripes with clay as well. This is the belt, and we will add some stuff to the belt. There's another one on his right leg. We will attach a pistol to that, and I think he has another 2 pistol magazines, some spare magazines also attached to this belt, so we will create that with silver clay. I just threw in a little bit of black in order to make it a little bit more metal, dirty looking. This is the pistol. This is slightly darker. After oven hardening, we will highlight some of the beautiful details on this pistol with a silver pen. And that's it for the pistol and the magazines on his leg. There is a stripe around, and now let's take some bright Indish red for this Scottish pattern. That makes sense, of course. And this is some details on the belt. All the patterns, the Scottish pattern, for example, or the British. Is it a British pattern? I'm not quite sure about that. We will paint that after oven hardening. Now let's take some black clay for his armor. Well, actually, it's a multifunctional bulletproof vest he is wearing. Multifunctional because you won't believe what we will attach to that. It's crazy. So many details which he is wearing. This is the hoodie, which is somehow overlapping the vest. We will attach some further pockets. We have some bullets, some extra bullets we will attach to the vest as well. This is the zipper. It will be created with silver clay. Let's take a very, very thin worm of silver clay for that. This is the zipper itself. And with the scalpel we can add some beautiful details of the zipper. And now let's start with all the pockets on the front. My favorite equipment is probably the walkie-talkie, the radio he is wearing with a tiny antenna and also the wire from the top going down. But let's first create these grenades, which are also put into the vest. And for the back side we also have some more pockets. This pocket contains the yellow-green patrons for a shotgun, probably, because they are that thick. But again, I'm still not that familiar with all the different weapons, and not with Rainbow Six Siege. Well, not yet. Yeah, I told you I would play the game, but somehow I didn't play it that much. Why not? Well, that's a good question. This is the walkie-talkie, the radio. I think because I was quite busy sculpting with clay, I should really give it a shot. Let me know if you are playing this. I think maybe you can even add me as a friend on the PlayStation. Well, my username is ClayClaim there as well. Probably there is only one ClayClaim, so look it up, add me as a friend on the PlayStation. It's nearly in every game I'm using ClayClaim as my username, so it's quite simple. Also on Instagram and Twitter and all these social media. I think there was just one case where someone else took my username. I can't remember the game, it wasn't that good, I think. For the hands, we have these beautiful, very thin belts, which are wrapped around the forearms. Here we go for the flag, the British flag. I think you can customize this operator as well, but I went for the standard one, and he has the British flag on it. Now for his boots, they are just black, and we will add some beautiful details. And after we're done with the shoes, we can finally put this thing into the oven for the very first time. Look at that. It already looks so beautiful and so realistic, all because I practiced with the Sledgehammer. This wooden stick makes sure that the hands stay in position, and we are ready to go into the oven. No, we are not, Because we forgot the protagonist, the most important thing in this video. It's the Sledgehammer, of course. I am using my blueprint for that. And I will wrap around some black clay around the wire. It's just black, silver, still the very dirty silver, and also a tiny wrapped around reddish textile thing, but we will get there. Somehow I felt reminded of the good old Fortnite times when I always created the harvesting tool with a skin, and it feels like that with a sledgehammer right now. Well, it's not every operator. You have probably already seen what the final operator with clay will look like. And now I'm quite curious if you also have some beautiful ideas. If I would create another operator, what should it look like? And which abilities should be featured? But now we're ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked Sledge. We can remove the wooden stick and start with this flesh color for the head. Look at that, it looks like an alien right now. We should keep him just like that. And now we killed our alien because we are focusing on the head of Sledge. I figured out where I am not succeeding when it comes to human faces. It's not the eyes. Look at these tiny irises we will add to our creation. I think it is the mouth which is that difficult, because I think these eyes of Sledge look pretty nice. Adding some hair to the eyebrows, and then we can start working on the mask. For those of you who are wondering, the color is called pearl black, a beautiful color which I always love to use. Well, you can somehow mix it yourself by just taking silver and throwing in some black, but it's quite different. It's not that shiny. I love this pearl black. I should make my favorite colors, pick them and put them into a set. You get all the colors on ClayClaim.com. Check it out. Again, I'm so happy we are able and we found a way to ship to all the states in the United States again. And this is how the mask is attached to the head. We have all the stripes and they are going around his head. Now let's be careful because these strings are very thin. Oh, he looks so beautiful, doesn't he? Sledge, or should I say Seamus Cowden. Yeah, that's right. On the Ubisoft website you can read the biography and the name and the psychological report, and they spend so much time creating his background. Freshly baked Seamus Cowden, born in the far north of Scotland. I knew it! This is somehow Scottish. His father was in military and his mother was a nurse. Well, I won't read it out because it's really much. But if you're interested, I highly recommend you go to the Ubisoft page and slash Rainbow Six Siege. Well, you'll find it when you Google for it. Now, after oven hardening, we can add some beautiful details, some shadows, for example, or I just used the silver pen, the Scottish flag, and the pattern as well. Did I forget anything? Oh, of course! the red stripes, some black stripes, and now we can put the sledgehammer into his hands, maybe adding some shiny details. I am always imagining how the light is hitting on the creation, and now we need some more tools because we are working on the wall, which he is breaking, which he is destroying. And to be quite honest, I didn't really know what I was doing while doing. I did some experiments. I created just this wall, and now I want to smash this with a hammer. And hopefully it breaks quite beautiful and we can use it. Yeah. Maybe we can fix this with a staple. And now let's take the hammer and destroy this. Okay. Doesn't look too good. We will get there. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah. From the construction site, I was happy enough to get some old wallpapers, and they looked really old and dirty, and this was the perfect fit for our creation. Break this open. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it looks amazing. It looks just like this moment I am looking for. I am searching for when the hammer, the sledgehammer, is hitting the wall, and also these wooden planks shall break in this very moment. Of course, the wood and also the planks on the ground are a little bit too bright. I wanted to create a very dark atmosphere, intense atmosphere, and this is why I decided to color it, to make it a little bit darker. We also have this baseboard attached to the wall, and now let's take some wool, just a little bit, to pretend this is dust coming from the wall while he is hitting the wall with a hammer, just making it a little bit more dirty, and then we can glue the wall to the wooden plank. And maybe we add some more flying pieces, shattering pieces from the wall, because it should look quite authentic. And then I am adding transparent polish to the wood on the floor. I never did that to wood. Also the boots, the hammer are quite shiny right now. This is the last working step for today's video. We make a beautiful outline under our creation. It highlights the whole creation in a beautiful way. Guys, that's it! Sledge from Rainbow Six Siege! I really hope you enjoyed this Rainbow Six Siege scenery project. Let me know which operator I should create next. Write it down in the comments. Have a great weekend. Stay creative. Take care, guys. Bye.